welcome back to Lyrical Resonance, where we believe that where words fail, music speaks. I'm excited today. I am checking out one of my favorite musicians, artists, whatever you want to call it. This is Jonathan Young. Now, if you've been around YouTube for a while, you probably know Jonathan Young, or at least have seen him. He's done a ton of other covers that are all pop punk or heavy metal, and a bunch of various genres. He's done a cappella work. He is a phenomenal singer, but what people don't realize is as good as he is at making covers, his original music is even better. And so I'm checking out one of his original songs. This is the song Echo Chamber. Before we jump into this video though, hit that subscribe button, because where words fail, music speaks, and we're going to be here to listen to what it has to say. So let's do that now as we listen to Echo Chamber by Jonathan Young.
It's late, and you're still staring at the light. To call it an addiction's impolite. Create a mental fortress for your flight. No dissonance disturbs you locked up tight.
Man, okay, so rather cherry picking facts, but you'd rather sit than act. And this was, okay, so an echo chamber, for those of you who don't know, it's a concept where basically we surround ourselves with people and opinions that are identical to our own. This is something everybody does, whether we realize it or not. For the most part, we surround ourselves with people who think like we do. Those are the people we're typically going to get along the best with. That's not always the case, but more often than not, it is. And so we create these echo chambers where everything's the same, and we're not getting contradictory information. We're not getting stuff that challenges us. And so it's really kind of a danger and a warning. And so this was, I'm glad I checked this song out, because that was really cool. You know, cherry picking facts, you'd rather sit back. And this was it's just a really cool way to express that. I've got a lot that I want to say about echo chambers, but I don't want to take away from the song too much, so I might save some of my commentary for later. But that was really cool. Your talk is cheap. When all you're doing is repeating sound bites of information that you've been fed from other people who believe what you believe, rather than maybe even acknowledging differences or other arguments. It's circular, and you have to be willing to take a look at things other than your own views. So I love this. Let's keep going. There's something about the melody in this song that just like transports me to another dimension almost. I mean, it's just, man, it's almost like heavenly. It just sounds so good. And something I really appreciate about this is he says it looks like hell in there, but you still create it. And it's something that is taking the idea of an echo chamber and making it less about the people we surround ourselves with and just the thoughts we surround ourselves with, like taking it internally and applying it to our thought life. I've said it before in a couple different videos. I know one of them was my reaction to Lightworkers Cholera, which you can eventually check up here. I'll get it in the card eventually. But you can check out that there. And one of the worst things that can happen is to get stuck in your own head, where it almost becomes like an echo chamber of thoughts, where we know exactly where to jab at us to make us feel absolutely miserable. And we kind of create an echo chamber in our own head of, you know, this stuff where maybe the world seems less unkind, but we're certainly not kind to ourselves. And it's kind of a scary thing when we do that, because it's easy to get lost in there, and it's easy to get stuck in there and not be able to find the way out. We're going to come back to that in a little bit, but let's keep listening to Jonathan Young here.
But it was mostly to the mirror. That window now is blurry with your fear. You tried to make it clear, but you're worried what they'll say if you're sincere. And every time you pause, thinking you're the most deep, but what you're going through is never really unique. I've seen it all before, think you're hardcore, swimming in conceit. Let's make a contest out of sadness, try and take the moral high ground, sing the sad sound, burn happiness to replace, sympathy pays when you play your friends.
Ooh, sympathy pays when you play your friends. Man. Okay, so I like what he said. What you're going through is never really unique. Like, don't ever think that nobody has ever gone through something you're going through. I guarantee you there's somebody, probably somebody you know, who has gone through something similar and has come out on the other side and can help guide you through the process. It makes me think of a story where this dude falls in a hole, right? And he gets stuck down in the bottom. And he keeps yelling for people, man, help me out. And people keep saying, man, I'm sorry, I don't know how to get out of there. I don't have any way to help you. Or they just completely ignore the guy stuck in the hole, right? Well, then all of a sudden another dude comes and he sees him and he jumps down into the hole with him. And the guy that was first down there goes, man, what are you doing? Now we're both stuck down here. And the guy that jumped in goes, yeah, I know, but I've been stuck down here before and I know how to get out. Dude, nothing you're going through is something that nobody else has ever gone through. And you can find that person, if you're willing to talk about it, that can help guide you through. Super important. You can't get through everything on your own. You need people. That melody just it carries me away, like I said, and it's so good. And this song and the production behind it, the musicality, everything is so interesting. There's so many different nuances to the song, like between the drum fills, the guitar licks that play through. I mean, this is just, it's really, really good and very well done. And I really wish and hope that Jonathan will do stuff like this in the future. If by some strange miracle Jonathan sees this, why he would ever see a channel that has less than 100 subscribers, I couldn't tell you. But if by some chance he sees this video and has watched to this point, dude, I'm telling you, we need more music like this. It's so good, so original, and very. I know in the comments in your own video, in your description, that you didn't feel like the song was ever finished, and you weren't too thrilled with it. But man, this song is phenomenal, and it's such a good song that it's easy to get lost in, and it's really enjoyable. Anyway, back to the lyrics and thinking about this idea of an echo chamber. Kind of going back to what I had said about how it's really easy to get lost in your own mind and to get kind of stuck in that vicious cycle where you tell yourself you're not good enough, you tell yourself that you suck, and that you just are a terrible human being, or whatever random cycle of junk you get stuck in inside your own head, and how hard it can be to find the way out of that. So I recently had a Zoom meeting, because Zoom meetings are the thing of 2020, where I got to talk about some of my past experiences in a church, where my wife and I kind of got the snot kicked out of us a little bit, and it was rough. We got hurt. My family got hurt. My kids. Sometimes, I mean, not even sometimes. My youngest especially will still ask, "This isn't the church where we get yelled at, right?" And so it's really. Anyway, we had this conversation, and one of the questions I got asked was, how did I get through it? Like, what was it that helped me? Aside from leaning on God, what was it that helped me get through that thing? And my answer came, it wasn't something I had to think about really hard. Like, my answer was right there, and it's very simple. It's having a group of people that I could lean on and talk to. Being able to get outside of my own head a little bit and just talk with people who understood, who had been there before, and not trying to deal with it on my own. That was super important, because there was a while there where I kept getting stuck, where I kept saying, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, if this is what being a pastor is, count me out. I'm not interested. I was really ready to quit ministry altogether. And because I had these people who I could talk to and lean on, I didn't get stuck in that echo chamber. I found the way out, and the way out was through these relationships that I had built, and through these folks that came alongside me and were friends to me and helped walk with me through the garbage and helped me see and gave some clarity to what was, helped me kind of see through the fog of my own mind, if that makes any sense at all. And so it was really important. It's something I would encourage everybody watching. If you've watched this far, please don't try to get through life on your own. Please don't. I hand out my email like it's candy at the end of every one of these, well, most of these videos. I'm trying to remember to put my email out there. It should be in the description of this video. But email me, man. If you need somebody to just talk to, or you just want somebody to vent at, man, reach out. Vent here in the comments. I don't care. But this is so important that we don't try to do life on our own, because we weren't created to. I mean, when God put us together, He created us to be a part of a community and to have other people in our lives that could help us and walk with us. And so it's really important to not get caught up in it, and to allow people to walk with us and speak into our lives with the experience they've had, because it's super important. You never know what you might learn. You never know who has gone through it before you that can help you, and you never know, maybe you've gone through something and you can help somebody else. So it's just really important that we not shut other people out, but we are willing to allow them to get close to us and walk with us through some of the garbage we have to deal with in this life. Man, this is a good song. It's one of my favorites for sure, by Jonathan Young. It's just so good. And even all his covers, as good as they are, I don't think he's got a single cover that comes even close to touching the beauty and phenomenalness of Echo Chamber, man. Super good. 10 out of 10 song, easily. So good. But you know what you have to do. You got to get in the comments and let me know what you thought about it. Is it a 1 or is it a 10? I want to hear your thoughts. I'm interested. What did you think? Let me know. And we'll be getting into some more videos. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it at about 3 a week, as long as my schedule doesn't get too crazy. I should be able to maintain that. So I'll see you guys around on our next video, but before we go, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because where words fail, music speaks, and we're going to continue to listen to what it has to say. But until our next time, you guys, as always, stay safe and be blessed. We'll see you soon.